Hello and welcome to Daily English. I'm really glad you're here because today we are going to do something bigger than just study English. We are going to build confidence, clarity, and real speaking power. And I want you to stay with me because this lesson is designed to help you sound more natural, think more quickly, and speak with more control in everyday English. Maybe you have studied English for a long time. Maybe you know a lot of grammar rules. Maybe you can understand sentences when you read them, but when it is time to speak, your mind suddenly becomes quiet. That is very common. In fact, it happens to millions of learners around the world. And I want to tell you something important right now. That does not mean you are weak in English. It means you need a better method. A lot of learners spend years collecting information, but they do not build enough speaking experience. They know words, but not patterns. They know grammar, but not rhythm. They know meanings, but not timing. So today, we're going to focus on the things that actually help you use English in real life. We're going to focus on speaking, listening, memory, pronunciation, fluency, and confidence. And we're going to do it in a way that feels clear, practical, and encouraging. Before we begin, subscribe to Daily English, like this video, and comment America if you want more lessons like this. I want you to join this learning journey fully, because the more consistently you train, the faster your English changes. Now, let's start with the most important thing of all, your mindset. Many learners believe fluency is something only gifted people can reach. They think native speakers are naturally better, and that their own progress will always be slow. But that is not true. Fluency is not magic. Fluency is built. It is built through repetition, attention, and smart practice. It is built when you stop asking, "Am I perfect?" and start asking, "Am I improving?" That one change can completely transform your journey. If you want to improve your English faster, you must begin to think like a serious learner. Not a stressed learner. Not a confused learner. A serious learner. A serious learner knows that small actions matter. 10 focus minutes are better than 1 distracted hour. 1 clear sentence repeated correctly is better than 20 sentences spoken carelessly. 1 honest mistake learned today is more valuable than pretending to understand everything. So let me ask you something. What do you really want from English? Do you want to speak more confidently at work? Do you want to travel more easily? Do you want to understand movies, podcasts, and conversations without feeling lost? Do you want to express your ideas in a way that people respect? Whatever your reason is, keep that reason alive. Your reason is your fuel. When your motivation is clear, your practice becomes stronger. Now, I want to give you a simple but powerful idea. English is not only a subject. It is a tool. It is a bridge. It is a key. It helps you connect with people, opportunities, information, and ideas. When you see English this way, learning becomes more meaningful. You are not just memorizing words. You are building a life skill. And because this is a long-form lesson, I want you to learn in an active way. Do not just listen and relax. Listen and respond. Listen and repeat. Listen and think. If I say a phrase that feels useful, say it out loud. If I ask a question, answer it in your head or with your voice. If a sentence sounds natural, copy the rhythm. That is how passive listening becomes active learning. Let's begin with one of the biggest reasons learners struggle. They learn words one by one, but they do not learn expressions. For example, many students know the word decision. But in real conversation, people often say, "Make a decision," not just decision alone. They know the word advice, but they may not know that we usually say, "Give advice," "Take advice," or "Follow advice." They know the word mistake, but in real life, people say, "Make a mistake." This is why phrase learning matters so much. If you want to sound more natural, stop collecting single words only. Start collecting useful chunks. Learn words inside real combinations. Learn the expression, not just the dictionary form. This makes your English faster, smoother, and much more natural. For example, instead of only learning the word opinion, learn, "I agree with your opinion. In my opinion, this is the best choice. She has a strong opinion on this topic." Instead of only learning the word problem, learn, "We have a small problem. That creates a bigger problem. Let's solve the problem together." Instead of only learning the word change, learn. I need to make a change. Things are changing quickly. There has been a major change in the plan. This is the kind of English that helps you speak faster in real life, because you're not building every sentence from zero. You already have ready-made pieces in your memory. Now, let's go one level deeper. One reason some learners sound unnatural is that they translate directly from their first language. They take one idea, transfer it word for word, and hope it works in English. Sometimes it does. Often it does not. That is why you need to train your brain to think in English patterns. For example, in English we often use short, direct, clear expressions. We do not always say everything in a long way. We often use simple structures that sound confident and natural. Instead of saying something too heavy, you might say, "I'm not sure. Let me think about it." That makes sense. "I see what you mean. I'd like to add something. Can I say something here?" These are small expressions, but they are powerful. They help you enter conversations smoothly. They give you confidence. They make your English sound more alive. Now here is another important truth. Fluency is not only about speed. Fluency is about flow. A person can speak quickly and still sound unclear. Another person can speak a little slowly and still sound very fluent because the ideas flow naturally. So, do not measure yourself only by speed. Measure yourself by ease, clarity, and connection. If you speak too fast, you may lose control. If you speak too slowly, you may lose energy. So the goal is balance. Speak clearly, with natural rhythm, and with enough confidence to keep moving. That is real fluency. Now, let's talk about one of the most powerful habits you can build: daily speaking practice. You do not need a perfect partner every day. You do not need a classroom every day. You do not need expensive tools every day. What you need is consistency. You can speak to yourself. You can record your voice. You can describe your day. You can explain a news story. You can tell a short memory from your past. You can compare two things. You can give your opinion on a topic. All of that is English practice. For example, you can say, "Today I felt busy but productive. I had several things to do, and I managed my time well. The most interesting part of my day was a conversation I had with a friend. At first, I felt tired, but later I became more focused." This kind of practice helps you organize your thoughts in English. It teaches you how to move from one idea to another without freezing. And over time, your speaking becomes more natural because you are training your brain to create English sentences directly. Now I want to share a very important lesson with you. Mistakes are part of progress. Many learners feel ashamed when they make mistakes, but mistakes are not proof that you are failing. They are proof that you are trying. Every time you make a mistake and correct it, you become more accurate. Every time you repeat a phrase after a correction, you strengthen your memory. Every time you notice an error, you improve your awareness. So, do not fear mistakes. Use them. Learn from them. Grow through them. If you want to improve faster, keep a small notebook or note on your phone. Write down phrases you hear, mistakes you often make, and expressions you want to use again. This simple habit can change your English more than you expect. When you review your notes regularly, your vocabulary becomes active instead of hidden. Now, let's move into pronunciation, because pronunciation is one of the fastest ways to improve clarity. A lot of learners think pronunciation is only about sounding native. But really, pronunciation is about being understood clearly and easily. If people can understand you without effort, that is a success. And one of the best ways to improve pronunciation is to focus on stress and rhythm. English is not spoken like every syllable is equal. Some words are strong, some are weak. Some parts carry the meaning, and some parts support the meaning. That means you should pay attention to which words are important in a sentence. For example, in the sentence, "I want to learn English naturally." The important words are want, learn, English, naturally. If you stress those words clearly, the sentence sounds much more natural. The smaller words help connect the sentence, but they do not need the same weight. Listen to the difference. I want to learn English naturally. I want to learn English naturally. The meaning is the same, but the rhythm changes everything. Now, let's practice a simple idea. English sounds better when your voice moves with the sentence. Do not speak like each word is separate. Let the words connect. Let the sentence breathe. Let the idea move forward. For example, I'm going to study tonight. I'm going to call my friend later. I'm going to finish this lesson carefully. These are simple sentences, but if you say them with a smooth rhythm, they sound more natural than a list of broken words. That is why rhythm practice matters so much. And now I want to give you a challenge. For the next few days, do this. Choose 5 short sentences. Say each one slowly. Then say each one again with natural rhythm. Then record yourself. Then compare the 2 versions. This is one of the simplest ways to improve pronunciation without stress. Now, let's go deeper into speaking confidence. Confidence does not come before action. It grows through action. You become confident after you practice, after you survive mistakes, after you hear your own progress, after you notice that you can speak longer than before. So, if you are waiting to feel completely ready before speaking, you may wait too long. Start now, even if your English is not perfect. Here is a truth that many strong learners understand. Confidence is not loudness. Confidence is calm control. A confident speaker does not need to use complicated words all the time. A confident speaker uses clear language at the right time. A confident speaker can pause without panic. A confident speaker can say, "Let me think for a moment," and continue smoothly. That kind of control is powerful. So when you speak, do not try to impress people. Try to connect with people. Do not chase perfection. Chase clarity. Do not try to sound like someone else. Try to sound like the clearest version of yourself. Now, I want to give you one more practical habit before we move forward. Every day, speak one idea in 3 different ways. For example, if your idea is, "I was tired today," you can say, "I felt tired today. Today was exhausting. I did not have much energy today." This exercise builds flexibility. It teaches your mind that there is more than one way to say the same thing. And that flexibility is a major part of fluency. You can do this with anything: your opinion, your plan, your feeling, your memory, your goal, your problem. The more you practice changing your words, the more naturally language will come to you. Now, before we continue, I want to remind you of something important. You are not learning English only for a test. You are learning English for your life, for your ideas, for your future, for your voice. Every sentence you learn can help you express yourself more powerfully. Every phrase you master can open a door. Every practice session can move you closer to the speaker you want to become. Keep going. You are building something valuable.